And an overnight dump in the crypto market, there is some pretty bad news that just came out about Silvergate Capital. So if you're not familiar, Silvergate Capital is a fairly large player in the crypto space, and on Wednesday, they announced that they had to delay their filing for a couple of pretty bad reasons. Now, in response to this, a lot of the big players in the space like Coinbase, Circle, Paxos, Crypto.com, Bitstamp, Galaxy Digital, and a whole bunch more said that they would be suspending business operations with the bank, at least until there is clarification on this entire situation. So today what we're going to do is cover everything that's happening, what caused this crypto dump of around 5% on Bitcoin, and even more on a lot of these altcoins, and what in the world is happening to the Silvergate Capital stock as it dropped from around $13.50 to now being below $5. So an absolute monumental drop in the last 2 days on Silvergate Capital. And there's a lot going on that's definitely impacting the scene at the moment. So if this sounds interesting at all, make sure you stick around for the entire length of this video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. But with that being said, as per usual, let's go ahead and dive on in here, because again, Bitcoin's down about 5%. We can see this from this daily candle. At the time of making this, Bitcoin is down about 4.91%, and then Ethereum is down around 4.83%, and then we have a couple of the altcoins that are down even more than this. So if we're going and we're trying to figure out what in the world happened over here, what we saw was after Silvergate pretty much came out and said, hey, we need to delay our filing, there was a lot of rumors that were spreading. And they even came out and basically said that the sale of additional investment securities beyond what was previously anticipated is potentially on the table, and that the quote-unquote impact that these subsequent events have on its ability to continue as an ongoing concern. Now, this made a lot of people not happy, whether it was a traditional bank like JP Morgan saying that they are downgrading Silvergate shares, or it is one of their many fellow partners such as Coinbase, Circle, Paxos, Crypto.com, Bitstamp, Sobi, Digital Markets, Galaxy Digital, Gemini, LedgerX, and the list just goes on from there, all saying that they were going to be suspending ACH transfers and other business operations with the bank days after basically all this is happening. And so one of the things that they cited is that Kraken appears to be the only major crypto exchange that is going to continue using Silvergate, having ended some transactions with rival bank Signature. So this is quite the interesting situation. So it's no, I guess, surprise that the crypto markets are responding in this way at the moment, because again, Silvergate is a really, really big player in the space. And we don't like seeing them saying, hey, we have to delay these because we need other investigators to come in here, and that there could be, additional sales that we have to make. There's ongoing concerns about our ability to kind of operate as usual. No one likes to hear those kind of reports, hence why it's dropped 50, 60, 70% in just the last couple of days here. So what do we think is going to, I guess, kind of result as this? Well, again, they haven't came out and really clarified other than those very basic and very generic statements. They're basically saying, hey, we need more time because there is things going in the background that we need to make sure are kind of all set and taken care of, but we don't really know too much more than that. My fear here is that maybe Coinbase and a lot of these other big partners that we mentioned might know a little bit more information than we do, and maybe them getting out is a red flag of something worse. I certainly hope not. I hope that they're just taking cautionary methods here, but you have to kind of wonder what's happening in the background. And so until we get this report that they have been delaying, we won't have full insight. And so whenever that does come, whether it is maybe later today, I imagine that it's going to be later this month, maybe next week at the earliest. But until we get that, we still have a lot of questions that are up in the air. And so maybe the crypto market just kind of consolidates until we get a definite question on what in the world's happening with Silvergate. If they come out and things are okay and they were just kind of overreacting to what's happening, then the crypto market will probably pump. But if news comes out that it really is as bad as they're making it out to be, which typically isn't the case because FUD is always going to make things sound worse, then it's going to make them sound better. But if things are worse, then I would imagine the crypto market sees another dump. And that kind of dump could easily bring crypto back down towards the bottom of its current consolidation range in the low ends of the $20,000 range. And of course, we just saw a big rejection from $25,000, right? So with this big rejection from this resistance, it's no secret that crypto has been going from this nice little area of support to resistance, from support to resistance, and now it looks like it's heading back down to support. So again, it's one of these areas where maybe this FUD really is just completely overreacted, it's over-exaggerated. I certainly hope so, but if it's not, then we definitely could see a proper retest of our support at the lower end of the 20,000s, might even make a move down to the 200-day moving average and see a nice little bounce from there. And I think all of that would not be a worst case situation for crypto. Of course, no one likes to see prices fall. However, even if we do fall, we have to understand that there are several key, crucial, and just massive support areas where Bitcoin can come down to, form a higher swing low, and still have a really, really healthy chart. So definitely not all doom and gloom, certainly not good news by any means. But again, I think that things are typically meant to be portrayed in a worse fashion than a better fashion. And after everything that's happened last year with Voyager, Terra, FTX, all those big players unfortunately going under, I think a lot of these partners just want to hedge themselves and really protect themselves from what could happen, because no one wants to get caught up in any kind of another collapse. Now, I will go ahead and say, I'm going to make a bold prediction here, but I think that even if Silvergate goes under, I think that that will be the last major bearish event in crypto. I think that that will be the bottoming point, and that's going to be the last major news thing that we see. It could have definitely have been maybe like FTX or Gemini, but if this does happen, my bold prediction is that we do see that as the last major bearish event and kind of collapse inside of the space, at least inside of this market cycle. So that is going to round us up for this video, everyone. I hope all of you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smack that like button, smack that subscribe button. We have a lot more content just like this one coming out every single week, multiple times a week. So if you want to join the crypto crew over here, make sure you smash that like button and hit that like, and I'll see all of you in next week's video.